Hello everyone, myself Professor P.T. Avule from the Kekewa College of Agriculture Biotechnology. Today we will discuss on the Copyright Act 1957. What is meant by copyright? Copyright, it is an exclusive right to the copyright holder. It is a right to copy or reproduce the work from which author has got the copyright. It is a right to do or authorizing others to certain acts. It is a product of human skill and his mental capacity to something creative. The subject matter of the copyright are: first one, cinematography, then artistic work, dramatic work, fourth one, musical work, fifth one, literary work, then sound recording, and last one, computer program. The all subjects are included in the copyright. The introductory part of this copyright is in British period, the Indian, it was during the East India Company, the first Copyright Act was introduced in the year 1847. Again in the year 1911, and Copyright Act was passed in England, based on which Indian Copyright Act 1914 was passed. Soon after independence, Indian government passed the Copyright Act in the year 1957. Subsequently, this act was amended many times due the influence of many international treaties for which India was signatory. The treaties which has influenced the change in the above act as: the first one, the Berne Convention in the year 1886, the Universal Copyright Convention 1940, and the World Intellectual Property Organization Copyright Treaty, etc. The copyright has its origin in the 20th century. The copyright is a form of intellectual property which deals with protecting the rights of the copyright holder. Nature of copyright: it includes or it creates right and rem. It is the form of incorporeal property. Infringement of copyright is the actionable wrong. Copyright is the both a positive and negative rights. The objectives of Copyrights Act is: its main objective is to encourage the authors, music composers, singers to create their original piece of works by granting them exclusive right. To stop the misuse of copyright, it helps the protecting the rights of person hold the copyright. Further, it provides methods of acquiring the copyrights. Who is an author? The literary and dramatic work is the author of the work. Then artistic work is the author is artist. Then musical work is the author is composer. The photography, the author is photographer. Then cinematography, the author is producer, and the computer program, the author is the programmer. Advantages of copyright registration: the certificate copy of registration, which is act in evidences of authorship. It helps the author to take immediate legal action against the infringement. The registration certificate is useful to author and his successors to establish their title in the case of dispute. It helps to prove the copyright in the foreign countries, and it is helpful the government in living and collecting royalty and pay the same to the copyright holder. Prior registration helps in the determination of licensing. It helps to prove the copyright in the foreign countries. The artistic work means any painting, sculpture, in a drawing including maps, charts and plan, architecture work, then craftsmanship work, any other work, this artistic quality. In cinematography work, it includes any work of visual recording on the medium produced through the process from which is moving image may be produced. It includes sound recording accompanied with the visual images. It shall also be constructed as including any work produced by any processes analogs to cinematography. In literary work means it includes writing, then computer programs, tables and compilations including the computer databases. In musical work includes any work consisting of music and includes any graphical notation, but does not include any words or any actions intended to sung, spoken or performed with the music. Sound recording means any recording of sounds from which such sounds may be produced regardless of the medium on which such recording is method by which the sounds are produced. It is included in sound recording work. The Copyright Office is established under the control of Register of Copyright, who shall act under the directions of the central government. There shall be seal of the copyright. The main work of the office is to control, administer, and apply the provisions of the Act. The central government appoints the registers and the deputy registers from the time to time. The Copyright Board. The Copyright Board consists of the chairman and not more than 14 other members. The chairman is appointed for the period of 5 years and is also eligible for reappointment and works under the superintendence of the central government. A person, in order to become the chairman of the copyright board, should be judge of an high court or should have been qualified to be a judge of an high court. The register of the copyright is the secretary of copyright board. Powers and procedures of the copyright board. The powers to regulate its own affairs including the fixing or places and the times of sitting. The chairman has right to constitute benches and special benches in order to dispose the cases before it. The normal bench consisting of the not less than 3 members and the special bench consists of not less than 5 members. The functions of copyright board is to inquire regarding the date of publications of the work, to inquire regarding to the term of copyright shorter in other countries, solve the disputes, then to provide the license to public in the work, to provide license for unpublished Indian works, to provide the compulsory license to produce and publish the translations, to address the grievance of the aggrieved party, and to rectify the errors made in registers maintained by the Copyright Office. The rights to copyright holder. It is rights to reproduce, right to communicate to people, rights to issue new copies of the work, rights to have copyright or fixed terms, right to assign, right to seek legal remedy in case of infringement, then rights to grant license. The term of copyright. In case of artistic, dramatic and literary works, lifetime plus 60 years from the date of death. In case of artistic, dramatic and literary work and musical work, the term is lifetime plus 60 years. In case of works of public undertaking the work international organization, the term of copyright is 60 years from the date of its publications. The registration of the copyright. The registration of copyright is not compulsory because copyright is a material work automatically comes into existence immediately after the original work is produced. The registration of copyrights. First one, register the copyrights. It is the book maintained by the Copyright Office which maintain the record of the description of the work, the names of the author, publishers or owners of the copyright, the address of the authors, publishers, owners of the copyright, and last one, the author prescribed particular. This is the register of the copyrights in present in the copyright offices. It includes the description of work, names of author, address of the author, then copyrights and prescribed particulars. The procedure for registration of the copyrights. The persons interested in copyrights makes an application in the prescribed form to the register. On receiving the applications, the registrar conducts the inquiry and on satisfaction enters the description of the work in the register of copyright. The register subject to the conditions can amend and alter the register of the copyright in matters relating to the errors in the names and particulars, any other omissions to be entered. The procedure for registration of copyright. On the application for rectification, the Copyright Board has power to rectify the register of copyright. Any person can take the copy of register and the index maintained the Copyright Office by the paying the prescribed fee. The register maintained by the Copyright Office is the admissible and the evidence or courts are enacts the prima facie. The remedies for infringement. The civil remedies in injunction of damages and recover the possessions of the infringed copies at district court, and criminal remedies is the punishment in the form of imprisonment of not less than 6 months or extended into 3 years, or fine shall not be less than the 50,000 or up to 2 lakhs. This is the all the Copyright Act, and it is rights to the authors, different authors in cinematography, artistic and other things it includes. Thank you for listening my video. please subscribe my channel.